Alright, welcome to the second part of the 11th series for Eternal Sword M. And for me, this is day 2 since I started this character pretty late in the day yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to accomplish all my dailies and everything I wanted to do. But it's okay if you miss a day. As you can see on my screen, you can recover most of the rewards you would have had if you were playing. But let me get these sweet diamonds from my guildmates first. So it's not the end of the world if you miss a day, since life does happen, but at least you can reclaim the rewards you would have had if you were online, which is a nice benefit. So I'll go ahead and reclaim these real quick. So speaking of benefits, one of the perks of being online and playing the game is this. Let's go to the benefits icon and then go to the online rewards, and it's exactly what it says here. The longer you play, the better rewards you receive. And since I'm already playing 3 to 4 hours a day, I would get all these rewards. So these rewards are not reclaimable if you miss a day, since if you miss a day, you're not really online. And these rewards are given to you the longer you are online at a time or throughout the day. So what I usually do, even if I'm not actively playing, I would still try to remain online, and to make the best of it, I would then set my character to auto path to do like story or league quests, or even set my character at the spring to gain some XP. This is not a requirement to complete the 7-day goal, but it really can help you achieve it faster without spending any money. Another tip I can give you want to go to the shop icon on the top there, and then you want to go down to the monthly tab, and you want to purchase the first weekly card, which mine says 98 diamonds to buy, which you should have gotten plenty by now if you watched the first part of my guide. From getting them either from your guildmates from those red packets or from following the game on Facebook. The first time you purchase this weekly card, it should be discounted at like 25 diamonds or something like that. But you should definitely do it because every day you can collect a free summon crystal, which lets you summon more familiars, and a free cycle trial certificate that lets you go to do more dungeons or cycles when you run out of tries. And this is a huge benefit, and it will really help you progress in the game and achieve the 7-day goal, so I highly recommend that you do this. Alright, so enough of the tips. Let's get back into the leveling. So as you continue to play the game, you'll reach level 39, and once you have completed all the story requirements that you need, eventually you will end up with a quest to advance your class again. And similar to how you change your class the first time, they will take you to an interactive cutscene where you're able to test out your advanced classes. So during this cutscene, you can see that you can choose the 3 different types of class that you want. For me right now I'm using a mage, so you see my skills, but obviously the other characters should be different. But every time that you do choose one of these skills or classes, you can see that your skills will change what's available for each class. So once you go through this scene, it's a very limited amount of time. Once the monsters are dead and the scene ends, you'll be able to actually manually choose the skill that you want or the class that you want. So it's not a big deal on this, but after the cutscene, we'll go back and then talk about it. Alright, so after the cutscene you'll be prompted to a little guide here, and it'll tell you where to go, how to choose your class and everything. Not too crazy. Also, even after you choose your class and you don't like it, they're gonna send you a advanced reset scroll to your in-game mail, and this lets you reset your class for free. It only works one time, but you can also buy more of these for 500 gold coins in the store, which is not hard to farm. I rather use that gold for a 7-day goal, which I'll talk more in another video. Regardless, I advise you to go ahead and give a class a try, and if you don't like it, go ahead and use that reset scroll. So let me explain the class talents for a bit. It's relatively straightforward. So right now I'm playing a mage, so you can see the mage talents and skills. The skills and talents are different from each character, but the concept is basically the same. So if you take a look at my screen, you can see the picture that I made to show the difference between the Path 1 and Path 2 skills. And the Path 2 advancement will be, let me see, I think it opens up at level 60. That's coming right around the corner. So Path 1 that we see on the left side of the screen, which we'll be getting after you choose the class path right now. And for that class that I chose, my basic skills will be replaced with the bottom skill and the top skill with newer and more powerful skills than the current basic one that we have right now. And then at level 60, when you do your next path, it will replace the rest of the basic skills with more powerful skills that you see in the right picture. So, you know, once again, this may look a little bit different depending on the character you play, but it's pretty straightforward and the concept is basically the same. Let's also talk about Fate Resonance while we're here. In your class tab, this is now considered your secondary class, and on the screen you can see what it does. When the Fate Orb gets full from either you attacking anything or somebody attacks you, this orb will be full, and when it gets full it will explode and transform you, and it does 200% damage to all enemies around you in a certain radius. Obviously it's not going to fill the whole screen. And aside from that, I don't think it does any more damage. Like, it doesn't increase your skill damage, I don't believe, but this becomes more important when you're able to choose your dual class after you get reborn, and we'll talk about that when we get to it in a later video. But let's go ahead and go into the game, and then I'll reiterate what we just talked about. Alright, so here we are back in the game. Alright, so you go over to menu, skill, and class. Well, let me see skills real quick. You can see where I'm at now because I already did my my level 60 advancement class, so I'm already up there. But let's go into class. So one of the things is that once you pick your class element, or this, for at least for the mages, it's elements, the fire element that I chose. So the first level 39 class is this first path, the path 1, and you can see it like you can click on details over here. You can see this. So it replaced with the Wild Flame, and Magic Bolt is the new skills that we get. And then when you go click on the second path here, path 2, and click on details, and it took away our basic skills that we had previously to these two, which is more damaging, right? And also when you click to the secondary class here, remember I think before I chose the Kabbalist Masters for the AoE damage, same thing, and this one lays out everything, what happens at the Fate Renaissance, and then at the class talents that you get, like what's happening here. So I had chose the fire damage, so any fire damage buffs 15%, and has 4% of burning attack on it, and then you can see the skills that I have for it, and that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and demonstrate the explosion, or when the orb is full. So when you go back and click on attack here, you see my resonance orb here is empty. So if I attack, let's just auto attack these guys real quick. Every time I kill somebody, it gets full. Alright, and when it fills up in a second here, okay, the explosion, and I kill everybody around me. So now I'm gonna let this tick. It's supposed to last 30 seconds, right? Stop attacking. It lasts 30 seconds, but when I get attacked by, well, these guys aren't gonna do it. But if I get attacked by a boss or something, that can disappear really easy, real fast. That'll go away really fast if they like one-shot you. Well, if they one-shot you, you're pretty much dead. But yeah, you get the concept, right? And as you're leveling, you're going to start to realize that your level isn't as important as your CP, which is your combat power. And combat power is everything in this game at this point. And everything you do, from your gear to your crafting to your guild matches or your PvP, any of those things contribute to combat power, and that is going to help you get everything that you need in this game. So one of the things that I want to point out is we're going to take a look at this little rock golden orb here. It says claimable right here. When you click on that, it says experience meditation, and this is one of the things that you can get tons of XP while you're offline. So it doesn't matter if you're online or not, you'll still get experience, and you can collect this every day or as much as you want. But the only thing about this is that there's a cap to it. It gets full to a certain amount, and you can increase that and decrease that by clicking on this bonus time here, right? And in this bonus time here, it has this little hourglass that you can purchase, and it's purchased through the VIP pack, which you have to spend money on. But as you're leveling, you start to find some quests and stuff like that that offer these for free. And I think you only get like 3 or 4 of them, up to like 9 or 10 hours, something like that. And it's pretty good. 9-10 hours of experience time is pretty good. So I would typically, wake up in the morning, collect it, wait till the end of the day, collect it again, and there you go. Just free experience for doing nothing. So leveling is not as critical anymore. Now it's all about combat power. And also, if you click here on improve, and this tells you the rate at which this orb or this rock fills up, right? It can be really slow. If it can, and you want it to be as fast as possible to get the most experience to fill this little orb or rock here. And how you do that is that if you click on improve here, it'll take you to the Tower of Decadence. And this is kind of like each floor has a wave, or not a wave, a bunch of waves, a mob or a boss. And once you clear a floor, you'll get all these little rewards here. And so you can see here, you get mostly gems and stones to improve your accessories, your rings, your amulets, your earrings, stuff like that. And it also increases the experience you gain per hour in that little rock orb thing, right? The experience meditation rock orb. And daily rewards, you can see I have down here. You can get these daily, right? Just for being at the floor that you're at. So I click on rewards here. I claimed up a bunch of these for being at the floor that I'm at. So now I have all these jewels and gems and some gold and some stones that help level up my accessories, which it will increase my CP. So let's go ahead and do a floor. And you can see here, this CP for this floor is higher than what my CP is, because that one it's in red. But I know that I can still do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and challenge it. And we're back. So after completing a couple of the floors, I believe I got was, let me go, just go take a look real quick. Oh, there you go. Oh, and yeah, it's also part of our dailies. So doing the Tower of Decadence is also part of the dailies, and it's also part of our 7-day goal. I believe it's day 4 here. Yeah, so it's also part of day 4. So if we do them, I think I already did that. I did a couple of them already. You can see I claimed a bunch. But yeah, so it's very important to get the Tower of Decadence done as well. It's going to help you a couple different ways. It's going to help increase your CP because you get the gems that you can put in your rings and amulets and armor. And then you also get the stones, which will help you increase your accessories, like your rings and stuff like that. So that will also increase the level of your accessories as well. So it's very important to get those done every day. And let me go, actually let's go back into that. So we go into it. So you can see we started out in floor 7, and now I was able to pass floor 7 and 8, and I got stuck on 9 because of my combat powers being lower than recommended. And you can see that our meditation experience was increased from, I think it was 27,000 per hour to 28,000 per hour. So very important to get these done every day, as much as you can anyway. And let's go back and take a look at the experience orb. So now, if you click on the meditation, experience meditation here, you can just collect the XP. And you can see here it has the total time left till it's full, right? So if I collect it, so apparently you can do, you know, advanced claim, or you can do, you know, your regular collect. But if I have a monthly card purchase, which is the other one, not the one that we purchased, is the weekly card in our previous video here. This one we have to purchase. So, but you can see here, if you click on it, it's this value monthly one. It's that one we need to purchase to get the extra XP on it. The one we have is the weekly. That's the monthly that they want. So, just gonna go back, collect this, and you can see that total time left is from like about an hour. So if I collect it, it goes to 9 hours again. So now it's empty and waiting to be full with experience. To avoid making this into a super lengthy video, I'm going to stop it here. So continue to do your dailies to increase your combat power and explore the game. And feel free to take advantage of the tips that I laid out in the beginning of this video. I hope that you found this useful, and if you did, I really would appreciate it if you liked this video and subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.